and welcome to tonight's online match of ComedySportz Cincinnati. Are you excited? We are excited to have you all join us tonight at this free event. And as you know, we've been asking for your support via our tip jar. It's there. We're so grateful for everyone and everything you folks have done for us and helped us out the last several months. But while our expenses have continued, some of our support has waned. So if you could consider to help us cover those expenses by leaving a tip for ComedySportz and our producers, OTR Improv, you could do so via PayPal, online, on the app. Our handle is hello@otrimprov.com. Or you can copy and paste the link that's going to be in that chat. So practice going to the chat, but you can still watch me, but do both at the same time. We would be so grateful to have your support. Now, please welcome to the screen tonight's referee. His ant farm receives government corn subsidies. Well, it's Eric Hahn.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ComedySportz, your home for virtual online improvisational comedy. Whether you're here for the first time or you've been with us before, we are so grateful to have you as our loyal fans. Now, if you haven't been here before, ComedySportz is not comedy about sports, it's comedy as a sport. To wit, there is a referee, there are players, there is a field, and there are fouls. And I will take you through them right now. Our first foul that may be called this evening is the brown bag foul. The brown bag foul occurs when someone says something, someone being one of our players, says something lewd, crude, off-color, racist, sexist, just wrong, or even too soon. Should that occur, the offending player will have to wear a brown bag on their head for the rest of that game. Now, a brown bag foul can also be called on one of you, our loyal fans, should you happen to type something that we find icky into the chat. So, if that happens, the offending player's team will lose 1 point, or if it's one of our loyal fans, you will be removed from the chat. So let's please keep it above the waistline, sunshine. The next foul that may occur this evening is the groaner foul. The groaner foul occurs when one of our players says something that is corny or goofy or dad jokey or just the kind of funny that makes you a little queasy. Announcer Mary, do you have an example of a groaner foul for us this evening?
I do, Ref Eric.
Lay it on me.
What's made of leather and sounds like a sneeze?
I don't know.
A shoe.
See how that feels? We don't want that to happen. Should a groaner foul occur, the offending player's team will lose 1 point. Now, the third foul, which we've added for the information age, is the TKO, or technical knockout foul. A TKO foul occurs when one of our players forgets to turn on their video or audio feed when they're supposed to. Should a TKO foul occur, that player will be pulled from the rest of the game. A second infraction will result in that player actually being ejected and replaced with one of the trained chimpanzees from our bench. Now back to announcer Mary to introduce tonight's players.
First up is the Northern Kentucky Grass in Blue. Host of the 1963 Grammy Awards, it's Tatiana. Kneel before your Godfrey. She's a champion of eating dessert first. It's Go with the Flow Folk. And your captain for the blue team, founder of the 12-step program for overtalkers, on, and it's Tom, crazy as the day is long. Now, ladies and gentlemen, show some love for the Cincinnati Big Machine in Red. Ghosts gather around campfires and tell stories about him. It's Phineas Hammerhead Clark. He'll try not to be distracting, but no promises. It's Chance Revolution Kilgore. And captain for the red team, she's never watched anything. It's Tati with Brett and Jansen. Now, please welcome back to the screen, Ref Eric.
Thank you, Announcer Mary. We've said a lot. Now let's get this ball rolling. Let's virtually cheer and kick our feet in our respective homes every time I say, captains to the screen.
Woo!
Captain Tom, Captain Dottie,
Yes,
captains, shake. Yeah. That's funny. Okay. Normally we would do a coin toss at this point, but I don't have a coin. Apparently they're somewhat scarce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give each of you 10 seconds to go find something that does not come in a package when you buy it. Does not come in a package when you buy it. You have 10 seconds. Go. So, thank you all for tuning in this evening. It's lovely to have you all with us. I hope you get a real charge out of tonight's game. And oh, great, I don't have to talk anymore. Tom, tell us what you've brought for us today for Ref Show and Tell. Tom?
Tap water.
Tap water. Very deep. Very much. I could spout off all day. By the way, the ref is immune to the groaner foul. Dottie, what have you brought us?
A book. It's an autobiography written by my dad.
Oh,
whoa. Well, Tom, you even brought customized headgear, but Dottie's item is pretty sentimental and pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and have to award the coin toss to Dottie. All right. Dottie, as the winning captain, what game would your team like to play?
We challenged the blue team to Fast Facts.
Fast Facts. Excellent choice. Go ahead and get your teams ready. For the game of Fast Facts, we're going to need a number of suggestions from you, our loyal fans. So start typing into the chat things like something you recently looked up on Wikipedia, or a word you heard somebody use incorrectly, or something maybe that's in your garden shed, or just a subject you'd like to learn more about. While you're doing that, let's get one player from each team on the screen. Excellent. Now, I'm going to give each of these players a topic, and Tatiana is going to tell us a fact about that topic, and Phineas will follow that up with another fact. Play will continue back and forth until all players from one team have been eliminated. And I'm not imagining you now furiously typing into the chat, how can they be eliminated? I'm so glad you asked. They can be eliminated if they say something that contradicts a fact that's already established, something that I know or believe to be false, or if they hesitate too long, or if I just get tired of looking at them. The last team with a player on the screen gets 5 points for that round. Now, helping us keep track of our suggestion tonight, I am thrilled, nay, delighted to have the help of Field Ref Cassie Lip. Field Ref Cassie, can I please have our first suggestion from the chat?
The suggestion from Kimmy is tube socks.
Tube socks. All right. Tatiana, we're going to start off with you and your game of Fast Facts. Are you ready? Tube socks. Begin.
Tube socks used to come in tubes.
And tube socks used to cover an entire person's body because people were shorter back in the day.
Tube socks come in every color that you can think of.
And tube socks come in every smell you can imagine.
Therefore, tube socks come in every taste you can imagine.
And did you know that licking tube socks is a crime in Singapore?
I'm sorry, Phineas. That actually was repealed with the last parliamentary meeting. So it's now perfectly legal, and all the tube sock lickers are running amok in the streets. That's one elimination for the red team. Next red player up on the screen, please. And it's Chance. Field Ref Cassie, can I please have our next fact-worthy suggestion?
From Lisa, the suggestion is tea cozies.
Tea cozies. The noun, not the verb. Let's go ahead and start. Chance, start us off with tea cozy facts. Begin.
Tea cozies were originally invented to make tea more comfortable.
Tea cozy is the third most used drag name.
Tea cozies are much better than any other letter to keep cozy.
Tea cozies have Sundays off.
I'm sorry, Tatiana,
Cozies
they
have-
don't in Singapore because that's also passed with the recent parliament meeting. So they have to work all 7 days. Can we have the next blue player? Oh, it's Flo Folk. Flo Folk, ladies and gentlemen. Field Ref Cassie, can I please have the next suggestion?
The suggestion from Tony is fly fishing.
Fly fishing. Fly fishing. Flo, go ahead and start us off with some fun and fascinating fly fishing facts. Ready? Begin.
Fly fishing is one way to eliminate stress.
Fish don't fly.
I'm sorry, Chance. There is, in fact, a specific fish called the flying fish, which I think maybe takes a little water out of your theory. So I'm going to have to ask you to step down and get replaced by the next red player. This could be the final round, but let's see what happens. Field Ref Cassie, what is our next suggestion?
The suggestion from Cucchiarello, I hope I said that right, is old ratty doll.
Old ratty doll?
Yes,
right.
that's correct.
Old ratty doll facts. Please don't creep me out too much. Flo, go ahead and start us off. Begin.
Old ratty dolls can be found on Stephen King's bookshelf.
Old ratty dolls were often licked by Cujo.
Old ratty dolls are just raggedy ants that were left to mold and disintegrate.
Old ratty dolls are actually very, very sad, but trying to come back in a new life.
Old ratty dolls are 2 for $1 at Walmart.
I'm sorry, Flo. Old ratty dolls, actually, Walmart no longer carries them, specifically in Singapore. So can I have the last blue player up for what could very likely, almost most definitely, barring an act of God, the last round of Fast Facts. So, Field Ref Cassie, can I please have one of our suggestions?
The suggestion from Tony Tovar is International Dateline.
International Dateline facts. I'm actually going to be writing these down because it's something that's long fascinated me. Tom, will you start us off with some fun facts or not so fun facts about the International Dateline? Begin.
The International Dateline is not a show for bachelors or bachelorettes.
International Dateline, if you go to the left and then to the right and then to the left and then to the right, you really mess up your calendar.
One particularly effective international dateline is, hey, do you come here often?
Another really effective international dateline is, yo, nice to see ya.
Because of the international dateline, Alaska is the state that is the most western state and the most eastern state in the United States.
Because of weird facts like that, I'm not dating anymore.
Buddy, That breaks my heart, but you have been eliminated. I am so sorry. That means 5 points go to the blue team. All right, so Announcer Mary, what does that bring our score to?
Well, we have started off with quite a quick 5 points to the blue team. Northern Kentucky Grass with 5. Cincinnati Big Machine with 0. Back to you, Ref Eric.
Thank you so much, Announcer Mary. Can I please have Captain Dottie to the screen, please?
Hello, Ref Eric.
Hey, Captain Dottie. I guess I won't be seeing you later. What game would you like to play tonight?
We would like to play Advice Panel.
Ah, excellent. I could use some. Go ahead and get your team ready. For this game, we're going to need some problems for a panel of experts to solve. So go ahead and type into the chat an area where you need some advice. Maybe something you need to know how to do, like writing the perfect thank you note, or where to find your lost necklace. Something that's been just eating away at you that you need advice about. While you're doing that, I'm thrilled to inform you that we have a panel of 3 experts who are eager to help you with all of their needs. Let's go ahead and welcome them to the screen now. All right, let's go ahead and have our panel introduce themselves. Witch of the Haunted Woods?
Hello, I am the Witch of the Haunted Woods. I am the guardian of the bodies that come to our woods for protection, and the guardian of the woods that protect those bodies.
Thank you for your service. Dieter, tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm sorry, that is a TKO foul, Dieter, because you're muted and I can't hear a thing you're saying. You can't hear me either, can you?
Perhaps it's because you don't speak German? Perhaps we try again?
All right. I will let my lack of multiple language skills give us a pass on this one. Dieter, please introduce yourself.
Vielen Dank, mein Freund. I'm Dieter van Helmundvaren. I am the world's foremost expert on safety.
Yes, but apparently not on unmuting. And the 90s music, please.
Yes, hello. I am the living embodiment of popular music in the 90s. A little bit about myself. Somebody once told me the world is going to roll me and that I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Thank you.
Boy, I ought to just give you a smash in the mouse for that, but I'm not going to. Let's go ahead and get this party started. Field Ref Cassie, what is the first subject that our knowledge-hungry crowd needs advice on?
Well, Pucciarello would like to know how to keep ratty dolls, how to throw away ratty dolls without them keep coming back.
How to throw away ratty dolls without them coming back. Well, this seems right up the witch's alley. Witch of the Haunted Woods, how do I keep ratty dolls from coming back?
You must bring the ratty doll to the haunted woods. Find the tree with the biggest set of roots. Dig deeply under the root to the north and bury that doll to join us in the haunted woods.
You make it really sing. Dieter, how do I get rid of a creepy doll and make sure that it stays gotten rid of?
Yeah, this is very important that first, before you dig, like the witch lady says, you must check for copper wires and any electrical wires before you dig, so you must call the number. But then you must check the doll for microbes and germs and spray it and then put it in the ground and measure exactly 6 foot in deep, and then you're good.
Cleanliness and precision. Perhaps the most German answer I will get this evening. But who knows, you may surprise me. 90s music. How do I get rid of a creepy doll and make sure it stays gone?
With the lights out, it's less dangerous.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. That answer takes me to a sort of elevated mind state that a name escapes me at the moment. Field Ref Cassie, can we please have another topic?
Yes, Lisa would like to know who will be the next one-hit wonder.
Who will be the next one-hit wonder? 90s music, this kind of seems like it's custom tailored for you. Why don't you tell me who is going to be the next one-hit wonder?
Maria. She reminds me of a West Side Story. Growing up in Spanish Harlem, to the sounds of a guitar played by Carlos Santana.
Boy, that is a problem I do not know how to solve. Dieter, who's our next one-hit wonder?
Ja, I am gedenkt, that es ist Men Without Hats. Their safety dance will come back.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so, because that costume's been sitting in my closet just gathering dust. Which artist will be the next one-hit wonder?
Well, of course, it's going to be Branches Asunder. I don't know what the rest of you are talking about.
He's probably right, you know. All right, Field Ref Cassie, can I please have another topic on which we can opine?
Chloe would like to know, why can't I hibernate like other bears?
Okay, Dieter, why can't Chloe hibernate like the other bears?
I am think that because this is a problem with proximity to the other bears. Someone must be awake to make sure that the sleeping bears are safe, and that responsibility has fallen to you because you are the protector and the safety captain of your bear coven.
Carefully crafted oversight. The second most German thing I'll hear tonight. 90s music.
Yeah, the reason that you can't hibernate is because you're so jaded, and I'm the one that jaded you.
Yeah, you're giving me a lot to think about. Witch of the Haunted Woods?
Well, if you come and nap in the haunted woods, it's always very dark there. And the branches asunder will rub and make a nice little lullaby for you.
You should have an ASMR channel, and that is time! Thank you so much, Red Team. Now, loyal fans, I'm going to need you to store that away in your old think tank for a little bit, because now you're going to watch the Blue Team. And let's go ahead and get the Blue Captain on the screen. Tom, step up.
Our choice for tonight's game is Newscaster.
Newscaster. Très informative, sir. Go ahead and get your team ready. For the game of Newscaster, we're going to need our loyal fans to share with us a minor inconvenience that maybe happened to you over the weekend, or something you think of as somewhat mundane that happened today. While you're doing that, I just want to remind fans that is with your kind contributions to our tip jar that we are fortunate enough to continue to offer free matches every Monday night, and we are so grateful for any help you can offer. Cassie, do we have a suggestion for the game of Newscaster?
Yes. The suggestion from KC is spilled milk.
Casey, okay. Gosh, well, you may not know it, Casey, but your spilled milk has actually become a major news item, and the Northern Kentucky team has more on this now. Blue Team, in your game of Newscaster, are you ready? Begin!
Good evening, I'm Paige Turner. Breaking news, an anonymous person has spilled some milk. I believe there were a lot of tears shed over it, but I think we have somebody out in the field. I'm gonna kick it over to Jack Potts. Jack, what's happening? Can you describe to me what's happening?
Well, it's a real war zone down here at the dairy. You know, I've seen a lot of trouble spots in my 40-year career as a news reporter, but this just takes the cake. Of course, milk goes very good with cake, so that's not as bad as it might sound. But certainly, we've got milk just about everywhere you can place milk. And believe me, there is milk in places you would not want milk to be. Back to you, Paige.
Thank you. Thank you, Jack. We're having some interesting reports about milky air. We're going to kick it over to our weather girl, Eileen Dover. Eileen, what's happening with this air, and what does your barometric pressure say?
Oh, Paige, it's just a nightmare out here. The sky is cloudy, the roads are drippy. There is just this smell, this like sour smell, like maybe you left milk in a cup for days. I I'm really concerned about the overall welfare of the people of our fair city. I am just speechless.
While I have you, what's your number one piece of suggestion, advice to all of the people who are inhaling this milky air?
Clothespins. Those clothespins that you saved and you weren't sure what to do with them. Clothespins. That's going to really help with the smell and also with your ability to be able to just block it out.
Well, you heard it from Eileen, clothespins. Thank you so much for your time. On a lighter note, there are some children who are delighted by all of this spilled milk. I'm going to kick it over to our man, Art Sellers, and who's got some local children who are delightful. Art, what do you got with those children?
Well, Paige, I'm here with Bob Furapples. He's a young man who, you know, I just love bringing stories to people about everyday heroes. And this young man, Bob, has taken upon himself to take a vow of poverty for as long as it takes to raise money to replace all of the milk that has been spilled. And his vow of poverty includes, as you can see, going without clothing. He does keep warm with the hat. But Bob has just pledged that no child will go without milk, whether it has been spilled or not, as long as he has skin to show the world. And I just, do you have anything to say? Apparently it's a vow of silence as well as a vow of poverty. Back to you, Paige.
Thank you, Art. Thank you. That's the story of a brave young man. I now have breaking news. Oh, breaking news. I think we're hearing from a local cow. Bessie the cow has something to say. Let's cut to Bessie. Cut to Bessie.
And that's time. That is time. Thank you so much. Okay, now fans, it's time for you to do a little bit of voting on who gets 5 points of that round. I need you to think back. Remember, you just saw the blue team play newscaster, and before that, you saw the Cincinnati team play advice panel. You've got 30 seconds to vote blue or red. While you're voting, just a reminder that we are so excited to have all of you at this free event. If you'd like to help us cover ongoing expenses by leaving a tip for ComedySportz and our producers, OTR Improv, you can do that via PayPal, online, or on the app. Our handle is hello@otrimprov.com, or you can just copy and paste the link that's about to appear in the chat. And it looks like by the old clock in the hand, that voting time is up. So, Announcer Mary, who won that round, and what does that bring our score to?
Wow, there were so many votes, and it was clearly a landslide because the red team got 5 points, but they now have tied the Northern Kentucky Grass in blue. So it's anybody's game. Back to you, Ref Eric.
Thanks, Mary. Anybody's game. Well, now it's time to break up that tie with the Ref's Challenge round. And I want to challenge these folks to the game of Google Translate. For the game of Google Translate, we're going to send one player from each team out of the room. So let's go ahead and send Chance and Tatiana. Kirk in the control room, we'll be sending you away. Don't forget to take your anti-nausea medicine before your transport. And are they gone? And they're gone. Okay, everybody leave. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, please don't. Now that they're gone, we're going to go ahead and get a suggestion for the scene. Please type into the chat the name of a candle fragrance like Sugar Cookie or Ocean Fantasy or Old Man Socks, perhaps. While you're doing that, I'll let you know that what you're about to see is one player from each team doing a 1-minute setup scene based on your suggestion, followed by 2 replays, which I will explain as we go. So let's go ahead and get the first 2 players on the screen, please, for our 1-minute setup scene. That's Phineas. I see Phineas, and I see Tom. All right, field ref Cassie, can I please have our suggestion for our 1-minute setup scene?
The suggestion from Carol is cinnamon rain boots.
Cinnamon rain boots, a 1-minute setup scene on cinnamon rain boots. Players, in your game of Google Translate, are you ready? Begin!
Oh man, it's really coming down. Do you think I could get under your umbrella, or do you have another idea?
I could hand you a spare umbrella here. I got one right here for you.
Thanks. These things are dangerous.
I know. And you know, it's raining so hard, I think the water might be rising. And I don't know how to swim. If I
Me either.
Tell my wife I love her.
Wait. I was listening to a podcast and they told me that if we put on these cinnamon rain boots, we'll be able to float. Here. Take my right one. Take my right one. Here. I put it on. Now I'm kind of half floating, but
oh, thank you. Thank you.
Wait. You could swim the whole time?
Well, no, I got the rain boots on like you told me to.
Oh, okay.
It just makes you bob up and down in the water real nice.
Oh, I guess that is pretty nice.
Yeah.
And that's time. That's our 1-minute setup scene. So let's go ahead and get Chance and Tatiana back in the room while I call Flo and Dottie to the screen. Now what's going to happen now is Flo and Dottie will be replaying that same scene, but they'll be replaying it all in gibberish, a nonsense language. So let's go ahead and start the gibberish scene for 1 minute. Ready? Begin. And that's time. All right. So, Chance and Tatiana, you have your work cut out for you now that you've seen the gibberish scene. It's time for you to go ahead and translate it back into English. Okay, back into English, please. Ready? And begin. Chance! That is a TKO foul! Tatiana, Chance, I'm going to have to ask you to step out, please. Tatiana, you have the luxury and the pleasure of doing the entire scene yourself. And I think, if anybody, you could do it.
Okay, Thank you for implying that I could do that.
Oh, you got bad skills.
All right.
So let's go ahead and see that translated back into English scene. Begin.
Thank you for doing this, Ellen. I'll always go with you anywhere you want to go. I'm sorry that it's raining. I should have planned better. No, it's fine. Fetch me that jam. Oh, I am holding the umbrella over you, but all right, I'll get you the jam. Here you go. Thank you so much. Jam. It's so good. I like jam. This rain, it's the rain is, there's a lot of rain. I'm so, what the rain is, but I care about you. I want you to be dry and to be free. Well, thank you. I really do appreciate that you are prioritizing me over you. This rain, I'm getting a bit verklempt. But I've been saved. Friendly porpoise has saved me, and I'm right.
That's time. Okay, I just got to take a second here, Tatiana. Not only did you do this all yourself, for which I'm awarding your team 2 extra bonus points, but in all the times I've seen this game played, that is perhaps the most accurate rendition of carrying the scene all the way through. So apparently we don't need a second player for this game ever again. All right, well, that was just awesome. Now, fans, you have a tough job to do. It's up to you to decide which set of players did you enjoy more, the red set or the blue players? Please vote on which team you think should get 5 points for that round. And while you're doing that, we'd like to share a short message with you about something that's kind of near and dear to all of us. Thank you so much for that. Please help us keep this going. Now, Announcer Mary, please regale us with a tale of who won that vote, and perhaps what does that bring our score to?
Well, I can't believe it, but at the end of that score, or at the end of that round, our score now is 10 points for Cincinnati, and that bonus 2 makes 7 for the Northern Kentucky Grass. The red team is winning. Back to you, Ref Eric.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Announcer Mary. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to our last round for the night. So let's go ahead and get all the players on the screen for the game of Waiter, Waiter. For suggestions for this game, we're going to need a whole bunch of nouns. We're going to need occupations, animals, celebrities, locations, any noun really. So just start typing those in. While you're doing that, we're going to do something a little bit different and ask for an audience volunteer from our fans to help us out. If you'd like to help us out and wouldn't mind being on the screen, please click the raise hand button in the chat, and Kirk in the control room will choose one of you and bring you to the screen. Any takers? Just anyone at all? Whoa! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lady and or gentleman.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to our screen. We are so glad to have you.
I'm Pucciarello.
Welcome, Pucciarello. You bring a certain flavor. The way this game is played is it follows the standard joke format of waiter, waiter, there is a blank in my soup, and then our players respond with the punchline. Pucciarello, your job for every single joke is to say the phrase, waiter, there is a blank in my soup, for which our players will then respond. Now, before every round, I will give you the thing to fill in the blank. So let's go ahead and do that now. Field Ref Cassie, can I please have our first suggestion for the game of Waiter, Waiter?
Yes, the suggestion from Kimmy is chloroform.
Chloroform. Okay, so how this will work is, Pucciarello, you'll say, waiter, waiter, there's chloroform in my soup. And then a joke will happen. Now, for obvious reasons, the grown or foul is rescinded. Pucciarello, go ahead and start us off with our first setup. Remember, it's chloroform.
Waiter, there's chloroform in my soup.
Tatiana.
Run!
Pucciarello, lay it on us again.
Waiter, there's chloroform in my soup.
Chance.
Yeah, I see you got your adult napkin, but you didn't get your kid napkin.
Well,
That's a little
waiter.
dark, but not quite foul-worthy.
I
Pucciarello.
said, waiter, there's chloroform in my soup.
All right, Flo.
Oh, sorry about that. The chef, he just flunked out of dental school.
All right, let's go ahead and get another suggestion.
Waiter.
The suggestion from Carol is rubber ducky.
Rubber ducky. No, Pucciarello, we're not getting rid of you. You're a fixture now. But your blank now is rubber ducky. So go ahead and start us off with your line.
Waiter, there's a rubber ducky in my soup.
Phineas.
That means you're the one.
Wee.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, Pucciarello, lay it on us, my man.
Waiter, there's a ducky in my soup.
Tom.
Of course, sir. The soup always comes with quackers.
Oh, 2 points. 2 points for that one. I love that joke. Pucciarello.
Waiter, there's a rubber ducky in my soup.
Dottie.
Yes, sir. And wait till you see the bill.
I love that one too. 2 points. Pucciarello.
Waiter, there's a rubber ducky in my soup.
Dottie.
Oh, yeah, you tell me the tale.
Pucciarello.
Waiter, there's a duck in my soup.
Phineas.
Don't worry, you'll be chewing on that all night.
Pucciarello.
Waiter, there's a rubber ducky in my soup.
Flo.
Oh, let me get that out for you.
Nice. Pucciarello, once more into the breach.
Waiter, there's a rubber ducky in my soup.
Tom.
We always put ducks in soup for the people who like to get down.
Oh, that was wonderful. All right. Field Ref Cassie, can I please have another suggestion?
Yes, the suggestion from Chloe is powdered wig.
Powdered wig. Powdered wig. Pucciarello, man, do what you do.
Waiter, there's a powdered wig in my soup.
Dance.
Oh, really? I can't judge from here.
Pucciarello.
Waiter, there's a powdered wig in my soup.
Flo.
Oh, that's part of our revolutionary new menu.
Waiter, there's a powdered wig in my soup.
Phineas.
That'll be 1776.
That's time. Let's end on a high note. All right, well, announcer Mary is tallying up the final score. We want to thank all of you for joining us tonight in our online match. We've had a great time. We hope you have too. Be sure to follow ComedySportz Cincinnati and our producers, OTR Improv, on Facebook and Instagram to make sure you know all about our upcoming projects, including just about when we'll be resuming our live shows at the Madcap Education Center and Brewhouse, respectively. And again, we are so excited to have you at this free event. If you'd like to help us cover our ongoing expenses by leaving a tip for ComedySportz or our producers, OTR Improv, you can do that via PayPal, online, or on the app using the handle hello@OTR Improv, or just click the link that we have provided so handily in the chat. Announcer Mary, you had a difficult task, but I'm sure you did it well. Have you tallied up our final score?
I have Ref Eric. So going into that final round, the score was 10 for the red team and 7 for the blue team. And after tallying that last round with the final score of 1 point difference, it's 17 for the red team and 16 for the blue team. Let's hear it for tonight's ComedySportz players. We need to say goodnight to the blue team, Tatiana Godfrey, Flo Folk, Tom Long, and congratulations to our winning team, Phineas Clark, Chance Kilgore, and Dottie Jansen. Your referee has been Eric Hahn. Cassie Lipp was your field ref. Kirk Kievert has been in the control room, and special thanks to Matt Lookmeyer for his support. I'm your announcer, Mary Pitts. A couple of notes before we sign off. ComedySportz Cincinnati will be producing live online matches on Monday nights for at least the next several weeks. In addition, Pun King Kevin Bauer, he posts daily pun challenges on our Facebook page. You go to ComedySportz with a Z Cincinnati on Facebook to find us, and you can join in on that daily pun fun. We'd love to put together a special online offering for your family or virtual group. Let us know how we can help. Thank you, and good night.